What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Trainer Connor 100 here, back again with another Pokemon battle video. Today we're going to use all three starter Pokemon from X and Y, Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja, in a battle. Since they're all receiving Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends VA, I decided to try them out in National Dex. This should be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, feel free to like and subscribe for more. Alright, let's go over the team. Before I forget, I actually have two battles in this video. They are both very fun games. But anyway, we have a Rocky Helmet Chestnut, a Choice Scarf Delphox, and an Expert Belt Greninja, as well as a Mega Lucario, Dragon Fang Outrage Z-Power Garchomp, and a defensively minded Cofagrigus to round up the team. In this first battle here, we have to deal with a lot of legendary Pokemon on the other side, but if we play our cards right, we can potentially pull off a win. Let's see how we do. Alright everyone, here we go. This is the first battle of two against Ice King 247. That's my first opponent. Now we are playing National Dex Ubers. That means legendary Pokemon are apparent here. Against Chestnut, that's not a good matchup, so we go into Cofagrigus on the Fire Punch. It works out great here as Mummy nullifies Desolate Land coming from Primal Groudon, which means his fire type attacks aren't going to do that much damage, and we go for a Pain Split, which works out beautifully here. Because I don't have legendaries myself, putting all this extra damage onto his legendary Pokemon are going to be awesome. So I opted to go into Greninja trying to revenge kill the Groudon, but he goes into Annihilate here. Because he is a physical attacker, I have the Rocky Helmet, and you see that he's taking recoil damage. And I don't agree with him staying in here, because he should know better. I have the Rocky Helmet, as I mentioned, and I'm getting up spikes for free, so if he's going to stay in here, he's going to be taking all this damage, and I can hopefully knock him out. But we are going to get up our spikes, and then get up a Leech Seed also, and then we also have Spiky Shield. So this is a premier showing for Chestnut right here, as we are able to knock out Annihilate. Again, I really didn't agree with my opponent. Maybe he just didn't want to switch out because he didn't have a good answer, but he has all these legendary Pokemon, so I don't know. And then I accidentally went for Spiky Shield, but it doesn't matter because I wanted Chestnut to go down anyway, and I can go into Delphox, who is Choice Scarf. I wanted to go for Trick right here, but Zacian is a threat, and I really didn't want anything crazy to happen. So we are able to lock ourselves into a Fire Blast, which would do some damage to the Groudon because the sun is up, but I didn't want to play too greedy here, so we go into Cofagrigus, who again will take these hits pretty well, and we'll just go for our Shadow Ball or two to knock out Groudon. This way I can revenge kill with Greninja again, if I have to do that. We see the Mummy ability coming into play once more, so Cofagrigus actually puts in a lot of work in this battle, which is great. So we are able to go into Greninja. This is part 2 of this, because we tried doing that earlier, it didn't work out. But this time, we are able to go into Greninja and revenge kill Groudon. So Greninja was able to do something in this battle. That's the whole point of this video, gosh darn it. Have all three starters from the Kalos region putting in some work. So we have Choice Scarf Delphox again, and at this point my opponent forfeited. I don't know, man. Like, I wanted to show this battle real quick because they actually put in a lot of work. But don't worry, we have this battle right here, which is a lot better than seeing all the legendaries, but, you know, it is what it is. We are going to use all of our Pokemon in this battle. So you see, my opponent has a Hisuian Goodra, Galar, Slowking, or Slowbro, I should say. Sorry about that. And then Lapras, and then Oricorio, and then Lurantis, Clefable. to round up my next opponent here by the name of Mystique Lady YDA. And this was a great battle, so I hope y'all enjoy it. Here we go. I want to say thank you to my opponent for the challenge and not forfeiting like my last opponent did. We're going to start out with our Scarf Delphox this time, who is a Terra Electric. Unfortunately, I missed my first attacking move, Fire Blast, but we are able to live the Hydro Pump. So we are able to land this Fire Blast, and then my opponent misses this Hydro Pump right here. It evens out for me. We go into Chestnut expecting another pump, which we do take, but that's doing a lot of damage. It's crazy, right? And so I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for Spice or Leech Seed. I go for Leech Seed against the Gouda here, his Suited form, and unfortunately, Flamethrower is going to knock out Chestnut. But that's okay, the Leech Seed is still intact until my opponent switches out. So we go for a Fire Blast again. I really wanted to go for Trick, because I have Trick. It would have been awesome to take another item away, but we wanted to knock out the Lapras. That was the idea there behind it. We go into Greninja on the Slowbro, not Slowking, it's Slowbro, guys. I know my Pokemon, and I wasn't really expecting Power Gem there, really. I am low on the ladder, so you'll see some unconventional plays coming from my opponent here. But that's okay, we're just having fun. I knew Clefable would be coming out, but I wanted to be safe, so we went for Dark Pulse. He shows me, or she shows me, Cosmic Power. Gosh darn it, I'm switching the gender of my opponent here. That's crazy. Ice Punch, I really thought my opponent was going to switch, because the Meteor Mash was pretty obvious at this point, especially when you have a Mega Lucario. But man, even after all these boosts, my opponent survives the Meteor Mash. That's crazy, but when I was on at like 2 HP or 1 HP really, and then we landed a Extreme Speed, just in case they want to switch out. Goes into Oricorio, and then we go for the Ice Punch, which is super effective. We do see Quiver Dance. It is scary, but I think Swiss Scarf Delphox can outspeed it. We see Oricorio going for Terra Ground. We are going to sacrifice Greninja. This way we can bring in Scarf Delphox. And it's going to outspeed. We'll go for a Side Shock. I really thought that would KO the Oricorio. So yeah, Oricorio is actually doing some major work in this battle. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. We do have priority in the form of Extreme Speed, so we are using Mega Lucario in this battle also, which is great. Can't wait to use it in Legends ZA. I don't know if he's going to be on my team, but we'll see what happens. You get a lot of options with that. So anyway, we are going for Meteor Mash. We got hit by a Flamethrower, I believe. Almost knocks out Lucario, because Lucario is awesome like that. Then my opponent goes for Psychic. We knock out, or she knocks out Lucario. And we go into Garchomp here, which Garchomp is quite bulky. Shell Sidearm isn't really going to do much damage, and we're going to knock him out. Knock her out, because it is a female with an Earthquake. So we are going to use our Z-Power also. It's called Devastating Drake from Sun and Moon. So yeah, in this generation, we don't use those moves, but you're in National Debts, which means you're allowed to use all the battle mechanics from the games, which is awesome. So we got a chance to use Garchomp and Mega Lucario in this battle, as well as our main Pokemon of the battle, which were Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja. So they put in a lot of work, and that was the idea behind this battle video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content. I was gone for a little bit because I was working on a side project. Me and my friends were working on this animation project called Brat Lore. I was the audio engineer for it, so I had to work on that for a little while, but now we're back. I am planning on releasing Bag and Boosted, the OM of the month for Pokemon Showdown, and then I will also post Regulation J battles the Pokemon online tournament. It's not really a tournament, but it's an online thing that's going on until the end of September. I hope to upload some battles over Wi-Fi there. Anyway, so hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend as well, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, trainers.